about that shit, but these artists get so motherfucking selfish. They like act like it take teamwork, man. You gotta listen. You ain't do everything. Shit, if you content with what level you at, that's fine with you. I'm not content. I want the world. I want Grammys. Fuck that. I ain't never giving up. Why? We got dope ass music. I done seen the people rock. If you ain't had the whole club singing your motherfucking shit that come out your shit, something you ride around in your car with, and then come up with an idea, and then boom, everybody in that whole motherfucking club singing that motherfucking hook like a motherfucker. They singing that bitch. That's the best feeling in the world. Now give me my check. Give me my motherfucking check. That's all it is over here at Team Beatdown, man. Me and bro, we been together. People hate to see, unity, man. But shit, nigga, that's what it is, nigga. That shit so hard. Nigga, I got my first sack off that motherfucker. Nigga, we ate off that track. When I'm saying we ate off of it, is people knew we did that, and boom, they bought that sack. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta get this shit to the world, man. Why we gonna let shit sit up, boom, and don't see that shit out, man, when you know you got the recipe? We got the recipe. Never, always a hustler, man. Always making transactions, man. Not whole, I ain't stupid. I can sit down, chill, everything about this shit. You got to be careful nowadays. You can't just, be with the monkey. You got to put together a plan. You can't fuck with nigga. We own all our shit. T-shirt company, whatever. We own all our shit. Studio, we own all our shit. We ain't got no motherfucking investors, nigga. It's me and Beatdown, nigga. That's all it is, nigga. And the artists, whatever we do with them, boom. We don't do all that motherfucking bullshit, because when that check come, we gonna bust that bitch up, and you got to remember what it was like when we ain't had nothing but poking beans and weenies, you know what I'm saying, off the stamp card, because we want to drop this CD. Because we don't have no investors, nigga, don't want none, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because when that check comes, shit, we just gonna keep it working. Give people jobs. Build more business aspirations, nigga. Because that's what we come from. You know what I'm saying? That's what we come from. This shit started out I had just got out of prison. I was in prison with Moot Boy. And we was in prison. And, we had did some music. Three-Way had did some music with Moot, and back in the day, back in like 2004, probably a year before this, he had did some tracks from my brother Three-Way. So, Moot was like the first one. We was using the same studio, so he was the first one in Orlando like really put his CD out and be serious about selling that bitch. He like sold his CDs, and he was boom, I'm Moot Boy. And so just so had my brother did one of them tracks, so boom, me and Moot went up in prison together at Columbia CI. And shit, I was like, damn, I'm in prison, what the fuck? And that nigga came and got me out the door, like, nigga, you can't sleep this shit away. Him and my cousin, Rodney Burton. My cousin.
Alright, I'm taking off, I'll see you in a bit.
Alright, bro.
Have a good day, boss.
Alright, but tough time in your life, nigga. When you get there and there go Moot Boy. And he say, they ain't gonna sleep this shit away. You fuck with that music, nigga. Nigga, I'm finna be this. You know what I'm saying? We got the tightest boys. And I had been locked up with the nigga Brett. So I knew that I had been locked up with Brett. So Brett had put me on who the tightest boys was. And, like I just remembered, I did a show with them. I did a show with Brett, so I was actually the first nigga to advertise Tightest Boy on a commercial. You know what I'm saying? Before they kind of became my group. So we got together in prison, and we was walking that track, and we come up with these ideas about what we gonna do when we hit the street, and it's music. And then them niggas in the prison, they come into me talking about, if we got a little package for y'all, man. Can you get your boy to come do something during the Sunday rec? Under the pavilion. So these niggas breaking out grocery and shit. Breaking out food and cokes and shit for the nigga Mook boy. So I really like became that nigga manager while we was in prison. You know what I'm saying? Boom, bring them bust down that sack. You know, boom, that's how it started. That nigga I seen the effect that Jet had on them motherfucking folk. So, you know, I had it on my mind. So then boom, he ended up going to a different camp. But while we was walking that check, I named that nigga King Titus. Cause I'm saying y'all the Titus boys and you the nigga that, you know, represent all that nigga, you King Titus, nigga. That nigga ran with that shit, nigga. He might ain't want to tell you, nigga, but I'm that nigga. Walk that track, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Alzo. You know what I'm saying? See, it's deeper than just some motherfucking music and a nigga on some real shit, nigga. Through the toughest time in my life, when the cracker do, I know how these crackers play. They know your name. They gonna fuck you up anyway. They motherfucking get the chance. You know what I'm saying? I hooked up with Mook boy. That changed my whole direction of where I was going with my life. Cause I found this music shit. You know, like boom, here you go. So, you know, I get out. You know, and my brother 60 baby, who I always been fucking with, he had a producer. He had a producer that he had been fucking with, and this motherfucker was hot. And I was like kind of jealous of this shit, cause the shit wasn't really, you know, my brother Swift out there in Texas, that's my motherfucking brother. So, you know, I'm like on his tip, like, yeah, but this nigga Beatdown dropping some motherfucking heat too. Like, boy, I can't ignore this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker got that motherfucking thing, but, you know, my brother Six, he was kind of keeping that nigga a distance away from me, like, you know, so that nigga kept that nigga away from me for a minute. And shit, we had got a hold of some tracks, did some songs, and YouTube had just came out, and shit, next thing you know, we on YouTube on this nigga Beats talking about we gonna take the world over, you know what I'm saying? And then while this here going on, you know what I'm saying, we ain't even did no business with the man, but his motherfucking tracks just had a nigga like, this the Dre right here, this the motherfucking Dr. Dre. So then I just so happened that this nigga is like my kinfolk and shit, you know, like my cousin Walt T, God rest, R.I.P. Walt Lemon. That's Beatdown first cousin, so it's like we kind of connected, and then, you know, we started making music. You know, went to the Ozone Awards in Miami and came back to the studio. All of us had a studio with Mook Boy called A Dungeon. This when, you know what I'm saying, by the time Mook Boy got out, that's when everything really kind of came into play with what we was doing. And we worked all them projects at the same time. But Beatdown came in and just, he did this first song was like Street Stay Gator. First song with me, Street Stay Gator. That shit changed my life. See, we was going to Miami 6 was like, boy, we dropped one other night, boy. Might be the hardest shit ever dropped in the studio, nigga, man. I tell you, man, shit. So, Miami was a crazy ass trip. So shit, by the time I come back from Miami, I'm looking for something like, shit, what the fuck? So, nigga play this motherfucking song. And shit, I knew what it was then. Well, I already knew because I damn near had 2 albums of the man's shit. But I couldn't really get him and Mook on the same level like right then. Even though we had them going on at the same time, that shit just didn't come together like that. And then finally, after that, what finally made us really just get together, I started talking crazy like, damn, boy, this nigga really got it. I'm talking about, I'm seeing it in my motherfucking sleep, like, this nigga here. So, had to get him and motherfucking Mook the fuck off. And went over his house one day and he had a track for Armstrong. He had a track. And he was like, hey man, I got this track. And shit. Went in there. He put that bitch on. And that motherfucker was so hard, a nigga like got a little tremble, like a little tip kind of hit a nigga. Boom, it hit him at the same time. We couldn't even look at each other. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that's that one. We knew it. So from there, I got them niggas on there. And shit, them niggas went to jail and shit. I just dropped that bitch and the rest is history. I ain't pay nobody to play nothing. I ain't do nothing like that. But, Beat Down did that. And that was it. I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew this the path that I was gonna be on right here. Cause at least I know we fucking with a heavyweight contender that's gonna give the people what they want every time. You know what I'm saying? And out the older and gonna represent it, try to get that check and bring that check back to the city. We gotta get that check, man. There's some hot shit around here, man. But if they don't see no commerce going on, they ain't gonna bring no motherfucking commerce. They ain't gonna bring no money, man. You got to show them his money here. You gotta make these motherfuckers pay. That's why I love everything Mook Boy doing, cause at least it look like he getting a check for what he getting a check for. It is, but boy, you gotta go to a bigger audience. And back to this shit though, man. I know for a fact what we did. It's all there.